When most people think about growing fruit, they imagine orchards, open fields, and large backyards. But the truth is this: you do not need a big piece of land to harvest real, productive fruit trees. With the right varieties and the right setup, you can successfully grow high-yield fruit trees in containers, on patios, balconies, rooftops, and even in small urban spaces. In this series, we are going to walk through 10 of the very best fruit trees for containers and compact gardens. These are productive, resilient, well-researched varieties that perform exceptionally well when grown in pots. You will learn how they grow, how much space they need, what conditions they prefer, and how to get reliable harvest year after year. Growing fruit in containers comes with clear advantages. Containers allow you to control soil quality, drainage, and moisture. You can move plants to follow the sun, protect them from storms, or bring them indoors in cold climates. And most importantly, container-grown fruit trees can stay compact while still producing full-sized, high-quality fruit. Throughout this program, we will focus on compact and dwarf fruit tree varieties, appropriate pot sizes and soil conditions, light, watering, and fertilization requirements, pollination considerations, realistic yield expectations. The goal is simple: to help you grow your own fresh fruit successfully, even if you only have a small space. So, let us begin the countdown with number 10, dwarf apple trees. Dwarf apple trees are one of the most reliable and productive fruit trees you can grow in a container. These trees are grafted onto dwarfing rootstocks, commonly M9 or M26. This grafting controls the size of the tree, keeping it compact while still allowing it to produce full-sized apples. A mature dwarf apple tree typically reaches 6 to 8 feet in height when grown in a pot. This makes it easy to manage, prune, and harvest. Despite their small stature, dwarf apples are capable of producing dozens of apples each year once established. To grow dwarf apple trees successfully in containers, pot size is critical. A 15 to 20-gallon container is ideal. The pot should have excellent drainage, and the soil should be a high-quality, well-draining potting mix rather than garden soil. Apples perform best in full sun, meaning at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. Most apple varieties require cross-pollination, which means you will need 2 compatible varieties nearby to ensure fruit set. However, some varieties, such as Golden Delicious, are partially self-fertile. Columnar apple trees, including varieties like North Pole or Golden Sentinel, are especially well-suited to small spaces because they grow upright with minimal lateral branching. Care and maintenance are straightforward. Water when the top layer of soil becomes dry, ensuring the pot does not remain waterlogged. Apply a balanced fertilizer during the growing season. Light winter pruning helps maintain structure, improves airflow, and encourages fruiting wood. Climate matters as well. Apples require winter chill hours, periods of cold temperatures during dormancy, to reset the fruiting cycle. If you live in a warm or tropical climate, choose low-chill varieties or consult your local nursery for region-appropriate options. With proper care, a dwarf apple tree grown in a container can begin producing fruit within 2 to 3 years, and production improves as the tree matures. The apples themselves are identical in size and quality to apples grown in orchards. The difference is simply the scale of the tree. Visually, dwarf apple trees also provide ornamental value. In spring, they produce beautiful blossoms that attract pollinators. In summer and autumn, the developing fruit creates an attractive display. And for many people, there is something deeply rewarding about harvesting crisp, fresh apples directly from a tree just outside their door, or even on a balcony several floors up. By starting with dwarf apple trees, we establish a foundation for what this series is about: high-yield food production in small, controlled spaces, done efficiently, sustainably, and realistically. In the next video, we will continue the countdown with 2 outstanding container performers, both known for reliability, manageable growth habits, and exceptional fruit quality.
Welcome back. In this video, we are continuing our series on hardy perennial vegetables you can plant once and harvest for years. Today, we are focusing on 2 classics that return reliably season after season: rhubarb and asparagus. Rhubarb is a long-lived perennial grown primarily for its thick, tart stalks. Once established, a rhubarb plant can keep producing for 10 years or more. Rhubarb prefers cool to mild climates, rich soil, and full sun to partial shade. Allow the plant to establish during its first year. From the second or third year onward, harvest by gently pulling the mature stalks from the base. It is important to note that only the stalks are eaten. The leaves are not eaten because they naturally contain compounds that are unsafe for consumption. With proper care and seasonal feeding, rhubarb will continue to grow back each spring, providing a dependable harvest early in the year. Asparagus is one of the best-known perennial vegetables. Once planted, a healthy asparagus bed can remain productive for 15 to 20 years or longer. Asparagus grows from crowns or roots planted in well-drained soil in a sunny location. During the first 2 seasons, the plants should be allowed to grow and strengthen. After that, you can begin harvesting the tender spring spears each year. Harvest typically lasts 6 to 8 weeks in spring, after which the spears are allowed to grow into tall fern-like foliage. This regrowth feeds the crowns and ensures strong production the following year. With minimal maintenance, asparagus delivers fresh, flavorful spears every spring, making it one of the most rewarding perennial crops to grow. These 2 vegetables, rhubarb and asparagus, prove that building a perennial food garden is an investment that pays you back year after year. In the next video, we will continue exploring more resilient, long-lasting crops you can add to your garden. Welcome back, garden friends. Full sun is essential, 6 to 8 hours per day. Key tips for success. Thinning is critical. Remove extra baby fruits so remaining peaches grow bigger and sweeter and prevent branch breakage. Winter chill is needed. Most varieties require 500 to 1,000 hours below 45 degrees Fahrenheit. For warm climates, choose low-chill varieties like Tropic Sweet or Florida Prince. Care routine. Water regularly during fruit development. Feed monthly during the growing season. Prune annually in late winter to maintain open center for light and airflow. With proper care, one dwarf peach tree can produce for 10 to 15 years in a container, giving you a long-term fruit investment right on your balcony or patio. That wraps up blueberries and dwarf peaches, 2 fruits that are easy to grow, incredibly productive, and perfect for small spaces. In the next video, we'll dive into kumquats and dwarf cherry trees, citrus and sweet stone fruit that will totally change your container garden game. Stay tuned. Welcome back, garden friends. So far, we've covered blueberries and dwarf peaches, two container fruits that are highly productive and perfect for small spaces. Now, we're moving on to two more incredible container favorites, kumquats and dwarf cherry trees. These small space fruits pack big flavor and massive rewards. Number 5. Kumquat, the tiny citrus with big flavor. Number 5 is kumquats, the tiny citrus with enormous flavor. Don't let their small size fool you. These little trees are incredibly productive and super easy to grow in containers. Here's why kumquats are amazing. You eat them whole, skin and all. The peel is sweet, and the flesh inside is tart, giving a perfect sweet-tart flavor explosion. Kids love them. They're naturally candy-like. Kumquat trees stay compact, usually 4 to 6 feet in containers, and are loaded with fruit. A mature tree can produce hundreds of fruits per season. Varieties to consider. Container requirements. Use a 10 to 15 gallon pot with excellent drainage. Kumquats are slightly cold-hardy and can tolerate brief dips to the mid-20s, but still need protection from hard freezes. Care tips. Kumquats are perfect for eating fresh, making marmalade, adding to salads, candying, or infusing into drinks. At farmers markets, they sell for $6 to $10 per pound, but your container tree gives you pounds of fruit for free. Number 4. Dwarf cherry trees. Sweet success in containers. Coming in at number 4, dwarf cherry trees. These are game changers for container fruit growing. While cherries are often seen as tricky, needing cross-pollination, finicky with birds and climate, dwarf varieties solve most of these problems. Why dwarf cherries are amazing? Look for genetic dwarf cherries like Romeo, Juliet, or Crimson Passion. These are pie cherries, also called tart cherries, and are self-pollinating, so you only need one tree. Height, 5 to 8 feet, perfect for pots. A mature tree can produce 10 to 15 pounds of cherries per year. Fresh cherries cost $4 to $8 per pound, so that's $40 to $120 worth of fruit from one small pot. At least a 15-gallon pot. Full sun and excellent drainage. Cold hardy, great for northern climates. Tips for success. Birds love cherries, so protect fruit with bird netting or move the tree under a covered area during ripening. Care routine. Regular watering, monthly feeding during growing season, and light pruning after harvest. The payoff? Fresh cherries in spring, homemade cherry pie in summer, and frozen cherries for smoothies all year. One small container can give you months of enjoyment. And that's kumquats and dwarf cherry trees. Two more container fruit champions that prove you don't need a big yard to grow incredible fruit. Next up, we'll explore strawberries and dwarf avocados. Fast-growing, high-value fruits that'll make your small space garden explode with productivity. Don't miss it. Welcome back, garden friends. In our last video, we covered kumquats and dwarf cherry trees, small space fruits that deliver big flavor. Now it's time to dive into two more container stars, strawberries and dwarf avocado trees. These are high-impact, high-reward plants that'll transform your balcony, patio, or small garden. Number 3 is strawberries. Now, technically these aren't trees, they're plants, but they're too productive, versatile, and perfect for containers to leave off this list. Here's why strawberries are a container grower's dream. They produce fruit in the same year you plant them, sometimes within 60 days. Compare that to most fruit trees, which take 2 to 3 years. Instant gratification. Choose ever-bearing or day-neutral varieties like Seascape, Albion, or TriStar for continuous harvest from late spring through fall. Flexible, 6-inch pots, large hanging baskets, railing planters, vertical towers, or traditional pots. Shallow-rooted, so deep soil isn't required. 6 to 8 plants in a large container or hanging basket can produce several pounds of berries per season. That's $15 to $40 worth of organic strawberries from just one small basket. Full sun exposure, consistent moisture, monthly feeding during the growing season. Remove runners to focus energy on fruit production, or root them in nearby pots to multiply your plants for free. Strawberries are fast, forgiving, and incredibly rewarding. Perfect for beginner container gardeners. Coming in at number 2, we have dwarf avocado trees. I know what you're thinking. Avocados in a pot? Impossible. But modern dwarf varieties make it not only possible, but highly rewarding. Look for varieties like Wirtz, Gwen, or Holiday. These stay compact, 8 to 10 feet tall in containers, and are self-pollinating, so you only need one tree. A mature tree can produce 20 to 30 avocados per year. At $2 to $3 per avocado, that's $40 to $90 worth of fresh fruit annually. Minimum 20-gallon pot. Larger is better. Excellent drainage. Root rot is the biggest killer. Sandy, well-draining potting mix with multiple drainage holes. Full sun exposure. Regular but not waterlogged soil. Monthly feeding with a balanced fertilizer during the growing season. Sensitive to cold, so bring indoors or into a greenhouse in frost-prone areas. Grafted trees take 3 to 4 years to start producing fruit. A single tree can produce for 20 or more years, more than $1,000 worth of organic avocados over its lifetime. Fresh, perfectly ripe avocados from your own pot? That's unbeatable value, flavor, and convenience. And that's strawberries and dwarf avocados, two container champions that give you quick rewards and long-term value. Next time, we'll reveal the ultimate container fruit, banana plants. High production, fast growth, and unbelievable flavor, all from a pot. You won't want to fruit growing gives you food independence, no more relying on grocery stores. Serious savings, hundreds of dollars per year from just a few pots. Better health, fresh, perfectly ripe, organic fruit. Mobility, your trees move with you if you relocate. Control, you choose what varieties to grow and how to care for them. Every fruit tree you plant is a middle finger to the industrial food system that wants you dependent. Every harvest is proof that you can feed yourself with your own hands. If this series inspired you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Share this with someone who needs to know they can grow fruit without a big yard. Drop a comment below telling me which tree you're most excited to grow. I read every single one. Remember, the best time to plant a fruit tree was 5 years ago. The second best time? Today. Go plant something incredible. I'll see you in the next video, garden friends.